Hi guys, it's Ingrid from Old Town Charm, and today I'm doing this soap, Peach Bellini. So I'm going to start step by step. So here I have my stainless steel container, pot, and I'm using my induction stove. I have my scale and my little soap container, my ingredients. So I am ready to start. Here I'm pouring my oils, and I always start with my liquid oils. Then I add it to my pot, as you can see here. And why I'm doing this is because everybody's still confused as how am I able to do the reaction, why I don't use a crock pot. And this is why. I heat up my oils first until it gets to 190 degrees. This is my second ingredient, which is coconut oil. And if you are running out like I ran out, I went to Walmart, and Walmart has coconut oil. Very, very inexpensive. Refined and organic. I use refined. And it's this soap turned out really good. It's sold out already, but just to let you know, you can definitely get coconut oil for your soap making in Walmart. This is sustainable palm oil. And this plus my coconut oil makes my soap very hard, a good solid bar. My castor oil that I'm adding here makes it bubbly. This is why I use these ingredients. The olive oil, of course, makes it very moisturizing. Plus, my sweet almond oil is another moisturizer. I love sweet almond oil. So here you see I'm putting all my oils. And here you can see this is my induction stove, not a crock pot. I bought this from Amazon. The brand is Home, as you can see there. And I just put my oils on top of it. And this only works with stainless steel. Here you can see it's 74 degrees, so it's just melting. I'm helping it out, breaking out the hard oils. Some of you have seen that people use their Lye Water to break up the oils, but since this is hot process, I can't do that. Right now it's at 187 degrees. I am about to remove this, just waiting for that little piece to melt. And here 191, perfect, just perfect. You can go up to 200, that's fine. You can see here that I still have one little piece of oil to melt. I'm pretty sure that's a sustainable palm oil. Once this is fully melted, then I remove and I make a fresh batch of lye water. Here I change my gloves and I use a more protective glove. It goes all the way to my elbow. And I'm just making sure that I have the right measurements. Please, when making soap, make sure that you do have your measurements correct. Lye is very irritant, and if you add way too much, your soap will be a little bit irritating. So even though it breaks up with the triglycerides, but you want to make sure that you're using the right amount, and you have a great soap. So here I just mixed a fresh batch of lye water. So this will be maybe around 197. So this is why I wait all the way to the end. You see it's 195. I don't do my lye water first because then it will cool off, and then I have a really cold lye water and I won't have a reaction. So it's always good to have really fresh lye water. And it's okay, this went down to 180, but it still made a lot of reaction. So here I'm adding my lye water, and I use a strainer because sometimes lye crystallizes again, and I hate having those crystals, so I want it to be very liquidy. So that's why I use a strainer. Now use your blender on high and mix this until it is light trace. Here you can see it's light trace. I can see some lines that formed. So I'm going to cover this up and wait, and so I can see my first reaction. I cover this because it maintains the heat inside until you see the triglycerides breaking up. Now I highly recommend don't move far away, because sometimes with hot process reactions might take longer. Or like this one, it took a little bit. It took like 5 minutes for it to react, and then look, it started to break apart. And this is where you have to be very close to it because you don't want it to overspill. So you can see there's no heat source around me. This is all reaction between the lye water and the oils. And to push more reaction, what I do is I use my blender on high, and look what happens. You get more reaction, until you see all the phases. Now, with hot process, it's unpredictable. You are able to see like this. It looks like mashed potato. Then it's going to look like applesauce, and then it's going to look like Vaseline. I was going to say vanilla. I don't know why. But it does look like a vanilla cake. But it looks like Vaseline, and then you'll see it getting harder, no more liquids, and the color changes from a creamy white to like a yellowish cream color, more yellowish gold, brownish color, I mean. And this is when I wait until it cools down. You won't see more reaction like this. You won't see anything bubbling up anymore. The consistency is very thick at that time when it's ready. So as you can see, this one here is still bubbling up, but the consistency is changing. It's already sticking to my mixer, but it's not ready. You see here, it's just still growing. So there's some reaction occurring, and there's still some triglycerides and saponification going on. So you have to wait until all this is done. Here, I'm noticing that it's not overflowing. That means that I'm pretty sure there's no more reaction starting or happening. So I just mix this well, making sure that it's completely mixed, that there's no more reaction. Then what I do is I check it just like I'm doing now. You see how it's more like a Vaseline? It's thicker. The color's no more like creamy. It's more like golden brown. And this is where I just stop. I can take a pH strip and check to see if the pH is correct. If not, then I just cover it and wait until it cools off. And then I'll add my other ingredients. Now, I take this time to prepare my colors, prepare my fragrances. If I'm making my own fragrance or just using a fragrance from another company, I take this time to go get my yogurt, warm it up if you wanted to warm it up. Sometimes I don't, and I just let it warm up with the heat. If I'm doing a two-tone, or if you're doing different batters, just separate it. Remember, you can always do a lot of hot process, separate it, and then add your colors at the end and fragrances and change them around. But here, as you can see, I'm already adding my Greek yogurt, which is a tablespoon per pound. And then I wait until this is fully mixed, and then I add my colors and my fragrance. And I'm not sure if I did this with the peach Bellini, but I think I mixed my fragrance with the color. And this was a very neon color. I did use also titanium dioxide because I didn't want it to be too orange. I want it to be peachy. So here I'm adding titanium dioxide. And guys, honestly, with hot process, I'm just getting annoyed with titanium dioxide. It's so hard for it to mix. One of my friends said just mix the titanium dioxide at the beginning with the oils, and I think I'm going to do that. I always forget to do that. Here I'm adding more fragrance with the colors so it can mix well. And this is soap. I mean, I tell everybody asks me, how is this soap? It's just too mushy. It's like, it is soap. You can take a little bit and wash your hands and it will be perfectly fine. It's just not solid, but it will become solid. But this is soap that you can use right away. Why do I cure this? Because it's very liquidy. It has too much liquid. So you want it to dehydrate. You want it to evaporate. And you want a solid bar. So I'm just adding this to my mold. Wait 24 hours to 48 hours, depending on how soft it was. Then cutting time. And this is, honestly, I did 48 hours. No, actually 24 hours. And this smells so good. It looked so nice. And I can't complain. I know why it sold out so fast. It wasn't, I didn't do a big bar. I just made, I don't know if it was 10, I think. But the smell, the fragrance, and this is a great bar of soap. You have amazing oils, great yogurts. It's very moisturizing. But just the smell itself, oh, yum. It was really good. Here, I'm just adjusting the size, making sure I have 1.5 inches. I always like to have more than 1 inch when I cut the soap. And I loved it. I love the smell. I mean, this is refreshing, very different. I know we're still in winter, but I was done with pumpkin spice and all that autumn sugar, brown sugar and fix smell. I needed something refreshing, and this peach Bellini made it for me, definitely, for sure. And I was not the only one. Everybody loved it. Actually, I have to make more because I'm going back to a market that I normally go, and they are requesting this soap. So I'm making more, but yes, this turned out to be amazing. So I hope this video helped a lot of you guys that had questions regarding how do I heat up my oils and how do I get the reaction. So you can always leave me a comment or questions down below. Also, if you like this video, just click and press that like button and share with your friends and family. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you like soap videos. I have more for you guys to watch. And just go ahead and subscribe if you want to watch more. I thank you all again for watching my videos, and I would love to continue to entertain you guys. So I'm going to continue making some soap. So till the next time, I'm going to leave you with the results now. Bye.